And welcome to Cosmic Science. Now, this is a channel I use for teaching people how to channel, and there's some new information that I'm coming across with, which deals with basically extracting information from the material and spiritual universe around you. I would like to explain life to people as the incarnation process exists. The spiritual world is the real world. You're in the spiritual world, then you have an incarnation, and you come into the physical world, which is known as the material world. But the material world is actually a more dense representation of the spiritual world, because there's still physicality in the spiritual world, but it's less physicality. So the experience we're having is a version of the spiritual world, just more dense. But we have an incarnation here. We live our part of our life out. Then we go back to the spirit, to a much more or less physicalized version, which is a little bit like this. And saying that, we're always connected to spirit. Learning the power of chi, breathing, you take energy in. Chi, Chinese call it the chi, and the Japanese call it the ki. You take energy in. And as you take energy in, you take light in. The universe is made out of light. Now, if you're familiar with Nikola Tesla, you heard of the teleforce, which deals with enormous voltage to propel microscopic electrical particles. So, a miniature version of that, you have microscopic electronical particles, which make up the whole universe, which are light. Now, if you can learn how to work with these particles and deal with these particles, you can take information in, exchange information, pass it along on a metaphysical level. So, if I want to have some information, I want to say, okay, Earth is on the outskirts of the Milky Way galaxy. I'm a member of the Milky Way galaxy. I'm a being that exists in my galaxy. And there's multiple galaxies. So I'm a part of a galactic community. So do I have friends? Do I have relatives in the galactic community? The History Channel is speaking of ancient aliens. So there's something going on. So I say I want to connect to my galactic family. Okay, so I'm going to use the power of chi, working with particles, and I'm going to extend an energy out to the universe, right? Like what you call through a psychic signal. And one of the ways you can achieve that easily is through the power of the sun. You meditate, you put a prayer, you put a thought together, and you envision it going through the sun. And then as it goes through the sun, it connects back to the center of the Milky Way galaxy. Now, people are talking about how our DNA is connected to light. Our DNA is affected by light coming from the center of the Milky Way galaxy. So as information comes in, you can push information back up to the center of the galaxy. And you can actually, it's almost like Star Trek, you can actually make communication with other beings out there. So part of this whole New Age thing, almost like Christians who pray to God or pray to, talk to the angels or whatever. So if you have a question you want to ask, the galactic collective of the universe, or you want to ask your galaxy, be beyond Earth, you have permission to do that. You say, I want to make an extension. I want to make a psychic extension out to the matrix, to the universe. And that's how you do it. You just pray. And you push the energy out. You envision it going through the sun. Vision the sun being like a portal. And it goes through. And you work on this every day, and information, as you put, it's like a wave. Information comes into you, information goes out. Information comes into you, information goes out. So I've been channeling for many years, and so I encourage people to work on that. And if you have any questions, I look forward to hearing from you.